I think hopefully the connection holds up well. Just let me adjust my phone holding device. Which is essentially a tripod. Hi, Maureen. There's macaroni there. Figured I would try to alleviate some worries about this guy. I don't think it was YouTube. Crap, the internet. It was my phone that just stalled right out. So, just down here with Roni, I have no idea why he's decided to come into this part of the yard, because there's all that grass there, and he's got to come into this sparse section. He even has to start to search. So I don't know where there's any grass in here. You know, what a dork. Maybe he wants to go for a swim. Not likely. So let's chitty chat about him. I'm on the bridge. Yeah, Roni's been eating for a while now. Hi, Sue. Who else is on here? What other little messages are coming through? Maureen and Brian. Hey, Brian. Tracy. Hello. Yeah, he's been walking around. I essentially just let him off the lead to do what he wants. And for whatever reason, he wants to, hello Carla, hang out in the most precarious place in the yard. So, anyways, you know, I want to do a quick little Q&A on what he's up to, how he's feeling. I don't know what he's thinking, though. Hopefully he just kind of makes his way back around without wrecking the garden too much. It's not really a garden. It's sort of just an area that we've kept open. So, if he wants to eat down the weeds, it's awesome. I don't want weeds. Can't go all myself. So, anyway, so yeah, Roni's been walking around. He's been eating pretty good. He's drinking a little. He's pooped a couple of times. And with any luck, we'll you know, just eat and poop and eat and poop. Oh, here comes Jen. She's got carrots. Go get her, Roni.
I did not think he'd be by the pond.
Well, he was thinking of swimming.
Ah,
Yeah, he said, looks a little cold today, though. So maybe another day. Maybe in the summertime. Says he's not wearing his life jacket, so. So yeah, Q&A on Roni. How's he doing? Everybody's concerned. It's very, very nice to see a bunch of very encouraging comments and suggestions and stuff. And some thoughts and what's that? Is it white?
no, it's brown.
Oh, it's just dirty then.
Why can't he chew?
He can chew. He's chewing quite well. He's chewing everything. He just doesn't want those because he doesn't want the green part. Says the green part tastes like poop. See? He just wants the orange part.
You little princess.
Says, it's a little bitter, lady. You eat them. Okay, so what's up with Roni? People say I did a video this morning with a quick update, and then I did a follow-up video that I haven't put up yet. Um, so a lot of details are kind of in there, tips on how I'm dealing with what he's got going on. And Jen's off. Off she goes. Go give the rest of the horses something. Is he gonna follow you? No, I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Nope. He says, I like my tiny tufts of grass that I can't find. Travel on, Roni. Go find a big patch of grass, you weirdo. He has been traveling around the whole yard. I had him on a halter briefly, and then I thought, well, he's pretty kind of quiet, docile about the whole thing. And another fun is we actually used to let him, Lena, and Roni wander quite a bit with halters on, but just sort of thrown over their back or dragging along the ground because it's good practice, anyways. And we just let them wander around and trim the grass and the weeds down and stuff. So it's not unusual. You guys just haven't seen it for a while. Um, so anyway, so he's just letting him do what he wants. Just him. Not a bunch of horses or nothing like that. And he's just eating. He's just constantly nibbling on whatever he feels like nibbling on. Clover, dandelions, grass, both from the lawn or from this rough look. These areas that don't have much, but must have, something that's working for him. Otherwise, he'd just stay up with the, because he was all the way. He was there, and then he was also up there, and then he was up near the house, and behind the pool and stuff. All that whole area that's super green that everybody says our horses should be eating. They are, but he didn't stay there, so whatever. So the questions have come in, and it's sort of hard to answer them all and have people check all the answers that we give to all the questions. Figured I'd just do something reasonably quick for me um, as to what is probably wrong. So, and then talk about a little bit about. I mean, we should talk about the idea of what abdominal discomfort is, which usually gets lumped into a term called colic. And colic is so general that it doesn't really say anything other than somewhere in the middle of the horse here, somewhere in here, doesn't feel good. That is all lumped into the word colic. And so if somebody asks, is he colicking? And the answer is sort of yes, but it may not be what one horse's colic is, that another horse's colic is. And essentially, it's just he's hurting somewhere back there. People are wondering, well, what is it? And there's only one way to find out exactly what that is. That's to take them into the clinic itself and do a full diagnostics on him. Other than that, you're looking at you're observing whether or not he's got certain problems. Is he going pee? Is he going poop? Is he eating? Is he laying down a lot? Is he rolling a lot? Does he have labored breathing? Does he have temperature? Does he have so you really have to take a look at all of the things that could be contributing to his discomfort. And as you can see, he's wandering around and he's eating, so we can get rid of a couple things that he's in so much pain he can't wander around, or he can't do anything, or he can't get up, or he has to roll around, or some kind of intestine is wrapped around some other kind of intestine and it's so painful that he would be spasming, or he would have acute pain. So when it comes to this general term of colic, Jenny, you're gonna have to go fix everything that your horse is breaking, by the way.
What?
Yeah, you have to fix it all.
I didn't let
Look
him
at
in
look at
there.
him. Look at break everything. Look at oh. You see?
You put him
That's
in
what
there.
I didn't put him in there. He wandered there all by himself. I didn't make him go in there. Look at him.
You
He's
didn't
just
deter him
he's
from
freely.
not going in there.
Well, I came over here with a camera
I
and
busted you two
usually
in here already. I know what the hoof prints are around here.
don't look at me. I didn't make them.
I didn't. Yeah, I figured it wasn't you making hoof prints.
So observing what it could be can lead to narrowing down what it could, how to deal with it. Everybody likes their pink Crocs.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, mine are better.
That's true. It's true. You get all the thoughtful.
Yeah.
How about these myself?
Yeah. So I observe him go about his routine. You know, the last day or two has been a little harder than say today. Obviously, he's moving around. Off he goes. Now he's finally found a good patch of grass, so let's go wander him. Enjoy a little bit of sun ourselves. And just kind of hang out with him. Lena's jealous. Yeah, Lena would like to come out. And he's busy. So you know the observations of the effects of whatever's wrong with him count for everything. So with that, that's something that I'm able to communicate to my veterinarian, who I talk to quite regularly about all kinds of issues, and we have very good contact when it comes to sort of diagnosing, or he has to do sort of a remote diagnosis. We're doing it together. I'm local and he's remote, and I can tell him what's happening. He can ask particular questions, and I'll be able to tell him some kind of pattern that's happening, or what I observed, what I haven't seen. And so he'll make some suggestions, and I'll ask him, well, how come? And he'll give me an answer, and we go from there. So one of the suggestions made by him, amongst a few, but this is one of the stronger ones that was essentially deemed, you know, the easiest thing to try when you're solving problems for animals that can't talk to you. They're a little bit hard to read, and it's not clear and open, like an open wound of some sort. So you're like, oh, looks like you cut your leg. Yeah, I could see that. Put a bandage on it. But instead, he's more, wasn't eating as much, or not pooping, kind of thing. So you know that there's on the abdominal area. And he says, well, you know, usually, or not usually, sometimes horses will come out of wintertime, because here in the northern hemisphere, we're come out of winter, we're in spring, going into summer. It's just beautiful weather, and the worms that may or may not be inside of a horse are finally they start to come out of hibernation, and the larvae that were in there have sort of burrowed into the walls of the intestine or stomach, and they're coming out. They somehow have figured out that it's springtime, and they start to come out and cause pain, which it's my understanding that the way I asked about it is whether or not that maybe causes some form of spasming, which then causes them to sort of block up a little bit and whatnot. And there's nothing, you know, that you can say exactly, this is it, this is exactly what happens, this is exactly why it happens. There's been plenty of information out there that has indicated that that can be a cause, and you can address that ahead of time, and it's known to be effective. But it's still a really hard one. All colic issues, all stomach and intestinal area issues are incredibly hard to diagnose perfectly, the cause of them, and then what exactly solved it, because you'd have to do a blind test on 100 horses kind of thing. Anyway, so he says, well, first thing, just in case, worm them. And I said, well, I tend not to just worm because we do fecal count tests here. And, he's not got any. He says, well, that's just it, though. When you do your fecal egg count test, you can get a false negative because essentially they're in hibernation, if they are there, and they have burrowed in, and they only finally start coming out, but they're not going to be laying eggs because they're larvae. So you won't even get a result. He says it doesn't, not that, the worming chemicals are, sometimes it can be very uncomfortable they can be very sort of lethargic and not feel well. But if you might be tackling something that it could be, and there's no harm in doing such a thing. So give that a go. And the rest of it is actually pain management. For a lot of colic, you're primarily trying to deal with just having them not be in so much pain, so they're not, some form of spasming or contraction that causes a lack of, pooping and so that's the second part of it. The first part of it is checking to see if it is a worm problem, which would take couple of days anyways to sort of get figured out. And but pain relief is pretty quick. And so I did a video on how I go about worming, and a quick note about really is calling out to him. He says, "What do you want?" So he really likes him. Oh, here comes Tana. Tana's a little in heat, so she's kind of keen on him as well. Anyhow, so worming will take a couple days to probably take effect. Maybe a day or so. I mean, that stuff's pretty quick. Their digestive system is reasonably quick, as long as he's properly eating as well. It really helps. Oh, poor Lena. Yeah, he's back to weeds again. What do you think of that? He's decided not to eat that green grass over there, and he's back to eating sort of more fibrous. You can see the long, I don't know if you can see it actually. Yeah. Down there, the long sort of stalks of grass that seem to be a little bit more fibrous might be working for him, I guess. So, come on, phone. There. So, does this help him? Does just having him eat whatever he wants to eat help him? I think so. Which was the... Thanks, buddy. Took some weeds out, Jen.
Dinner's ready.
Dinner's ready, she says. Dinner's ready, guys. Got to eat some food. So I'll just quickly finish up. So for the most part, we're doing the least amount that we have to, with obviously good monitoring, but not micromanagement. Hopefully that helps people understand what's going on over here and how he's going about. What do you think we should do? Should I put him away or just let him wander around while we eat? Should we have a picnic out here? We should have a picnic. We're going to have a picnic out here, I think. I voted. What do you think?
I would do up there, maybe in the picnic table.
Oh.
Just bring him up there.
We'll bring him up there, Jen. Yeah. Just bring him up.
I'll serve the dinner.
What? Well, I'm a little...
It smells amazing up there.
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
Roni, can you come up to the top, please? Hello? See, horses aren't very smart, So anyways, yeah, the idea is to, do what you can, the simple stuff first, and move forward from there. You'll see how he goes. Obviously, he's doing fine right now. I mean, as a horse, he seems pretty... Right, don't step on the rocks, man. He is weeding for us. Yes, he's getting some of the weeds out. I got some of the weeds out. We're working together. So, so that's kind of the deal. anyways, I gotta go eat some dinner, it seems. But I thought I'd let you guys know what's going. Roni, you can't chuck weeds onto the pathway. Look what he's doing. Now you're in big trouble. I'm gonna have to come over there, and colic is gonna be the last of your problems. What a goof. Thanks for chucking the weeds on the pathway. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get him to go up top. Roni, can you turn around and get out of here? Go on. Go. Get up there. Good luck. There you go. Now go up that way. Go. Not in there. No. Oh, that's a dead end, man. It's a dead end. It's a dead end pathway. But there's a lot of grass down there. So now he gets to go say hi to Tana. It won't go so well over an electric line, I don't think. Oh. Now I gotta go get a halter. Okay, anyways, so we'll leave it at that. Anybody have any questions? My random simplified explanation of what's going on? Give them a bag to put them in. Roni, put it in the wheelbarrow. So, weeds are losing battle. They sure are. So, yeah, he's not looking like he's having as much trouble as he used to. I'd like to see him poop an awful lot more and drink a lot more water. I don't know what he's doing. He's just hanging out with the girls now. Could probably just leave him alone, you know. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. It's dinner time. So, yeah. Anyhow, thanks for popping in, everybody, and checking things out and see how he's doing. He's doing okay. I'll keep you guys up to date. But you know, it kind of goes in line with when you own horses. You never know what you're gonna have problem-wise. Jen's gonna ask me, well, where's the horse? Okay, so I gotta go. But I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Hi, Peggy. You look good. All right.